now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a team from the Big 12, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. They're lining up to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Hand off from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Still running at the 40. And he's running in the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that.
Going up top. And it's caught inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll throw it on first down. Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set, first down. Takes the handoff. It's Irvin. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, running back gets to give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Back to throw, it's Sellers. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back. And listen to the roar of this crowd. Looking deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. They get to him as he throws. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Grayson. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's right on target. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Finds the tight end.
The first down pass complete to the tight end.
That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Picks up 6. That's a first down for the offense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, they're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
He's tackled at the 31.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. They'll run the screen. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be.
Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Liberty. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes a connection. They'll immediately call timeout.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to buy time. At the 35, he's got room. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Makes a grab and he's dragged down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The hands, the feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Still unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after him. He's going to take off. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it back. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receive the team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got his man quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Io Manor. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass. If you're on defense, you got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a move. Oh, what a move! Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First down for this offense. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Sellers. They've got the screen set up. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for room. It's Baxter. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big plays.
With a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of this from this offense. Listen, you're backed up on your own end. You got the lead. More importantly, you want to continue to run the clock, get first downs, be the physical team right here. The ground game, I imagine, is going to be a big part of their playbook moving forward.
Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying,
lost one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after them.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. To the air, it's Sellers. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it down the right side. He's loose. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Going for the big play. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room.
Going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the Hawks.
Ball's incomplete.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little far out of the back. It's incomplete. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Nice job by the quarterback. Pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Flips it out to the back. Just buried it. Finds a little space. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To throw, it's Sellers. Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Leaves it with the back. Bulldozes his way through. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. He's looking to throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And what a break to get that football back. At this juncture, that would have been catastrophe.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He finds his man. Nice move to stay on his feet. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. This almost certainly to win the game. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's caught inside the 15. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.